Happy New Year, Wind Crest residents! Thank you for joining me today for our next virtual Brain Boosters episode. Once again, my name is Jillian Perry, and I am the Resident Services Coordinator for the Highline Overlook neighborhood. Resident Services is a team of employees available to you, residents of Wind Crest Independent Living. As you navigate both the joy-filled and the hard times, we believe in being approachable and responsive to your well-being. Every interaction we share, you can expect a warm reception, trusting that what matters to you matters to us. We partner with you to provide comprehensive information about supportive resources tailored to your personal circumstances so that you can make informed decisions. Because when we do, you have the opportunity to be heard and cared for, helping you live your best life. In the last Brain Boosters video, we discussed some tips and tricks for keeping our bodies and brains healthy over the holiday season. If you didn't get a chance to watch the previous Brain Boosters video, please feel welcome to watch it anytime in MyErickson within the Resident Resources icon and under the Resident Services heading. There, you'll find each month's video, along with any supplemental materials such as follow-along guides and word puzzles that coincide with each Brain Boosters video. If you would like to be emailed a direct link to the newest Brain Boosters video each month, I am more than happy to send those to you. My contact information will be listed at the end of this video, and you're welcome to call or email me. I invite you to reach out to Resident Services if you have any questions about Brain Boosters or other support group offerings here at Wind Crest. So many of us have set New Year's resolutions for ourselves and likely do each year. As one of the top New Year's resolutions made, many of us are hoping that 2021 will not only be a much better year than 2020, but the year that we stick to our new personal fitness goals. Today we will cover how exercise can actually change our brain's anatomy, physiology, and function. And we will have Wind Crest's very own Joyce Asmus, a member of the wonderful fitness team, showing us some exercises that we can do in our own homes to get moving more and to improve the blood flow to our brains. In addition, be sure to check out the in-home exercise guide that's on MyErickson in the same spot as the Brain Boosters videos, as it may provide some tips and tricks that may be helpful to you. Exercise is the most transformative thing you can do for your brain today, so it's more important now than ever that we try to start incorporating more exercise into all of our lives. I really hope you all enjoy this topic. Exercise is a type of physical activity. It's a planned, structured, and repetitive activity for the purpose of improving or maintaining our physical fitness. Generally, you work up a sweat, you breathe heavier, and increase your heart rate during exercise. I want to note that exercise is different from physical activity. Like I said, exercise is a type of physical activity, but not every physical activity is an exercise. Exercise is a planned, structured, repetitive activity for the purpose of improving or maintaining our physical fitness. For those of you who experience difficulty carving out 30 minutes or an hour of your day for exercise, research provides significant evidence that all physical activity positively contributes to overall health and well-being. So you may find yourself wondering, what is meant by physical activity? According to the World Health Organization, physical activity is defined by any bodily movement produced by our skeletal muscles that requires energy expenditure. This refers to all movement you do throughout the day, including that during leisure time, getting to and from places, taking the stairs, cleaning your apartment, and intentional exercise sessions. Some fun ways to get more exercise in your day include walking, cycling, swimming, following along with the fitness programs on Wind Crest Community Television Channel 54, and personal training classes such as those offered by the Wind Crest Fitness Team. Here is a note from Joyce Asmus regarding what the fitness team can offer residents here at Wind Crest.
We here at the fitness center, all of us fitness specialists, are here to serve you. So we offer a variety of classes, of personal training sessions, and orientations to the equipment in the different fitness centers. If you would like to get a hold of us, our boss, Terry Billings, the fitness manager, her number is 303-876-8317 to set up an appointment with one of the trainers. Orientations are always free. And we encourage that so that you know how to use the equipment. If you decide that you would like a little more personalized programming and the one-on-one training, personal training may be for you, and we're happy to accommodate that. And during normal circumstances, we have a variety of classes going as well. Everything from seated fitness to yoga to Pilates to higher intensity interval training classes. So please do give us a call at the fitness center. Again, it's 303-876-8317 for Terry. Thanks so much.
Thanks to Joyce for sharing that information about the Wind Crest Fitness Team. I will have the contact information for the fitness team listed at the end of this video. Regular exercise has significant health benefits for our hearts, bodies, and minds. Some benefits of exercise can actually be achieved immediately, such as reduced feelings of anxiety, reduced blood pressure, and improvements in sleep, aspects of cognitive functioning such as learning, memory, and thought, and improvements to our mood. Not only does exercise improve our mood immediately, those improvements can last for a really long time. Here's Joyce informing us about more benefits of exercise.
Hi, my name's Joyce Asmus. I'm one of the fitness specialists here at Wind Crest, and I wanted to talk to you today about exercise and brain health. So first of all, to understand, the right side of your brain is important for nonverbal information, like music and images, for drawing, for construction, for voice tones, changing your vocal range, for creative endeavors, intuitive thought, spatial relationships like facial recognition, shapes, maps, and the concrete ideas that we carry with us. It always thinks in the present. The left side of your brain is for spoken and written language, sequencing, word analysis, filling out forms, numbers, letters, analytical thinking, logical thinking, and abstract thinking. And it thinks mostly in the past and in the future. So it's important to protect our brain health by keeping it healthy through exercise. All right, so how do we help our brain with exercise? Exercise helps in the following ways. It can lower cholesterol and triglycerides in your bloodstream that keeps arteries clearer and decreases the inflammation of brain tissue. It decreases insulin resistance, meaning that your body can use energy more efficiently. It burns up excessive stress hormones, and it elevates your mood and helps you sleep better. It improves clarity of thought, and it shortens your reaction time, which is really important as we get older. It prevents or slows down the development of dementia. It can increase the growth factors in building new brain cells and blood vessels, which we did not used to think was possible, and now we know that it is. Regular moderate intensity exercise for 120 to 150 minutes per week can increase the size and health of brain regions involved in thinking and memory. Think about how important that is. It increases your resting metabolic rate, how fast and how well you use calories to give you energy, even when you're at rest. And it helps you look and feel better. Regular strength training 2 to 3 times a week can reverse age-related muscular degeneration, increase bone, ligament, and tendon density and function, and these in turn will help you overall to function better in your daily life.
A few other things that I want to add. For adults and older adults, regular exercise can lower risk of cardiovascular disease, type 2 diabetes, multiple types of cancer, dementia, including Alzheimer's disease, anxiety, depression, weight gain, falls, and fall-related injuries. We mentioned this briefly, but exercise is just as good for your brain as it is your body. Exercise actually changes the brain's anatomy, physiology, and function. It produces brand new brain cells in the hippocampus and prefrontal cortex that actually increase their volume as well as increase our long-term memory, focus, and attention. The hippocampus is a complex brain structure embedded deep in the temporal lobe, which plays an important role in our memories. In the August Brain Boosters video, we talked about the parts of the brain. The hippocampus serves a major role in learning and memory and is particularly sensitive to age-related decay. Now, the other brain structure that I want to discuss is the prefrontal cortex, which plays a major role in decision-making, focus, attention, and expression of our personalities, and it's located right behind our forehead. The hippocampus shrinks with age, and its atrophy predicts shorter time to progression from mild cognitive impairment to Alzheimer's. In one study from 2011, older adults between the ages of 55 to 80 with higher levels of aerobic exercise, so those that get your heart rate up, were associated with greater volume of the hippocampus and displayed better spatial memory performance than individuals with lower fitness levels. In another study from 2013, gains in hippocampal blood flow and memory performance were also observed in healthy sedentary adults with shorter-term physical activity improvements. Interestingly, regions that benefit from exercise are also the same regions that deteriorate with aging. Several studies have found that physical activity and exercise are effective tools in slowing cognitive decline. You can think of the brain like a muscle. The more you're moving your body, the bigger and stronger your hippocampus and prefrontal cortex get. Why is this important? Because the prefrontal cortex and the hippocampus are the two areas that are the most susceptible to neurodegenerative diseases and normal cognitive decline in aging. So with regular physical activity or exercise over your lifetime, you're not going to cure dementia or Alzheimer's disease, but you're going to create the strongest, biggest hippocampus and prefrontal cortex that you can so that it takes longer for these diseases to actually have an effect. You may be wondering, what is the minimum amount I can do exercise to get these effects? First, I want to say that some exercise or physical activity is better than doing none. However, the World Health Organization recommends adults age 65 and above should do at least 150 to 300 minutes of moderate intensity aerobic exercise or at least 75 to 150 minutes of vigorous intensity aerobic exercise throughout each week. Types of light intensity aerobic exercise include walking at a slow pace, light household chores, and stretching. Types of vigorous intensity aerobic exercise include walking briskly, hiking, and cycling. Think about this in terms of the rate of perceived exertion scale. As you can see, light intensity activities should be those that you can maintain for a sustained period of time. It should be easy to breathe and carry on a conversation. Moderate activities are those in which you're starting to breathe heavier, but you can still hold a short conversation. They're still comfortable, but they are becoming noticeably more challenging. On the other hand, vigorous intensity activities are borderline uncomfortable, and you should still be able to speak a sentence, but it might be a little bit choppy. In addition, it's recommended that you do muscle strengthening activities at moderate or greater intensity that involve all major muscle groups on 2 or more days per week, as these will provide additional health benefits. It's recommended that you try to limit the amount of time spent sedentary and replace that time with exercise of any intensity, including light. To help reduce the detrimental effects of high levels of sedentary behavior on our health, all adults should aim to do more than the recommended levels of moderate to vigorous exercise. In addition, as the part of your weekly exercise routine, try to do an exercise that emphasizes functional balance and strength training at a moderate or greater intensity on 3 or more days per week to enhance your functional capacity and to prevent falls. For those who may be dealing with a mobility disability, it is possible to avoid sedentary behavior and be physically active while sitting or lying down, such as upper body led activities. The fitness team can help those with and without mobility disabilities and find activities that are tailored to you and your personal circumstances. Now, Joyce with the fitness team at Wind Crest will be walking us through some exercises that we can all do in the comfort of our own homes to improve the blood flow to our brains.
All right, so the first thing that you need to know is that you should sit as little as possible during the day. They're calling sitting and being sedentary the new smoking. It can be as bad for your health as smoking a pack of cigarettes a day if you sit all day long. So even if you're engaged in activities like at the computer or doing crafts or hobbies, reading a book, get up every hour and do some exercise of some sort. That will help keep you a lot healthier than being sedentary. One of the basic exercises that you can do for brain health and for overall body health is the sit to stand. A physical therapist once came here to Wind Crest and did a presentation stating that we should be doing, all of us, 40 sit to stands or more a day. And that seems like a lot, but the way you break that up is to do 5 to 10 each time you sit down. So I tell people in the morning, if you can, on your bed, sitting down on the edge of the bed and standing up 5 to 10 times. If you need to hold on to something, for example, in your bathroom, you may have rails beside the toilet, or you can use the handrails alongside the bathroom fixtures. If you're at your table after breakfast, you can use your table if it's sturdy. Do not use a piece of furniture that's going to fall over on you. You want to use sturdy furniture to do your sit-to-stands. You want to sit all the way to the chair very gently, as if you were sitting on a nest full of eggs, and then press with your heels. Stand up tall. If you have a knee that bothers you, put that foot slightly in front of the other foot and step more onto the better foot, and then roll your body weight onto the sore foot. Good. Sit to stands 40 or more a day. Try to break them into 5 to 10 repetition times. All right, another exercise you can do at your nice long kitchen counter is to do squats. And what you do is to step out. You sit down as little or as much as you can and step together. So if your knees are bad, if your hips are bad, just do a small squat. If your hips are in better shape, try to sit down. And you'll notice that my knees stay behind the middle of my foot when I do these. That protects my knees. Try to repeat this 4 to 6 times down each direction of your counter. This helps with strength and with balance and coordination. It teaches your body how to come back to the middle if it gets out of balance. So our sit-to-stands and our squats along the counter are for leg and core strength. Now we're going to move up and do some upper body strength. And a very simple exercise for this is a wall push-up or a countertop push-up. I will demonstrate both. With the wall push-up, you put your hands about shoulder width apart. They can be wider or they can be narrower. And you want to walk your feet away from the wall. And you're going to bend your elbows, try to touch your nose to the wall, and push back. And in, and back. Your core is nice and tight. Don't let your bottom pooch out and don't let your belly hang in. Tuck it all in, and out. The farther away from the wall you walk your feet, the harder this is, and you can adjust your hand position accordingly. And if that's too easy, you can take it to a countertop push-up with your hands about shoulder width apart or a little wider, walking your feet out to wherever they can go, and into the counter with your chest and out, and again, keeping your butt and your belly tucked in tightly. Breathing. You want to do about 8 to 12 repetitions, and you can do up to 3 sets of 8 to 12 repetitions 2 to 3 times a week. This strengthens your chest, your shoulders, and your triceps, which are all muscles that we need to be able to push ourselves up or to hold on to groceries or do our activities of daily living. An exercise for your back. which is very important for posture, is your shoulder blade squeezes. These are easily done sitting or standing. What you want to do is to retract your shoulder blades, squeeze them together, pull your elbows back beyond the midline of your body if you can, and then release that, and pull back, and release. This is extremely important for your postural health. Squeeze. So what I want you to do is whenever you're walking by a reflective surface and you see yourself slouching, I want you to stop and do 10 to 20 of these. You can do these every day to tighten up these muscles of your upper back to prevent slouching. It helps you have better posture, which in turn helps your balance and coordination. There you go. So it's possible for you to do seated, standing, moving exercises no matter what level you are. You can march in your chair, you can reach your heels forward, you can reach them out to the sides, let your arms come out. This is great for balance and coordination. You can do all kinds of different exercises reaching in all the different ranges of motion. This gets blood flowing all throughout your body and it really helps your brain with clarity. You want to exercise hard enough that when you are working out, you can tell that I'm starting to have choppy conversation. I can't quite breathe normally. You want to breathe harder and you want to have a little sweat going. So these kinds of activities can help you to get that blood flowing, and we do have programs about these on television that you can watch on your channel 22 or channel 54 throughout the day. And modify as you need to. If someone is doing standing exercises and you can't do standing exercises, sit down in a chair and do what you can. Keep moving, keep moving. Just that simple kind of movement throughout the day can help your brain health. I want to finish by giving you some tips about how to stick with exercise and how to help it work for you better. First of all, if you don't like to exercise, find an exercise buddy or a small group of friends who can be supportive with you and help all of yourselves stay on your fitness goals. Second, it's important to drink water. Dehydration is a huge problem, especially here in Colorado, where the relative humidity is usually under 10%, winter, summer, fall, spring. So please drink at least 2 ounces of water for every 15 minutes that you exercise, and more if you feel like you need it. There's an excellent test that you can do, and that is to take this loose skin that's right between your pointer finger and your thumb, and to pinch it up. It should pop right back down when you let it go if you are well hydrated. If you're a little dehydrated, you'll have a little ridge that stays and then pops down, and if you're very dehydrated, that little pinch will stay up there. Very important to stop what you're doing and drink some water right then. So always have water with you and keep drinking it. It is one of the leading causes, dehydration is one of the leading causes of mental fogginess and cloudiness of thinking. Last, I want you to make sure that you're eating well. As we get older, our taste acuity decreases. It's not as pleasurable to eat food. When you're exercising, it's extremely important to eat enough protein, particularly because our bodies break that down while we're exercising. So eat enough protein, eat healthy vegetables and fruits. And these also will help your mental clarity and focus. So to summarize, exercise helps directly by increasing blood flow, by keeping your arteries and veins clear. Exercise can also help you with mental acuity and thought processes, and drinking lots of water and eating a healthy diet to support that, and working out with friends are all excellent ways to promote brain health. I hope you found this segment very helpful. If you have any questions, please call us at the fitness center, and we will be happy to set you up with a trainer, orientation, or whatever you need for your fitness journey.
Thanks so much to Joyce for joining our video today and for teaching us some exercises that we can all do in the comfort of our own homes. In conclusion, exercise is a type of physical activity that is planned, structured, and repetitive for the purpose of improving or maintaining our physical fitness. Once again, exercise is the most transformative thing that we can do for our brains today. Incorporating more exercise into our lives will not only give us a happier, more productive life today, but it will work to protect our brains from incurable diseases and, in this way, change the trajectory of our lives for the better. Thanks so much for watching this month's Virtual Brain Boosters video. I will have some helpful phone numbers at the end of this video for your convenience, such as that of the fitness team. If you know anyone here at Wind Crest who might benefit from these Brain Boosters videos, please feel welcome to spread the word. As always, Resident Services is here and happy to help, and we would love to connect with you. I hope to see you again in February.